Hi there, it's Nkululeko here. I regret to inform you that this is the final masterclass. So just to take you along the journey of how we got to Society 5.0, we're going to touch on Society 1.0, which was essentially back in the day as cavemen and women, right? So looking at being a hunter-gatherer, going about and just instead of settling, just being very nomadic and moving along with the seasons and the tides. And then evolving into Society 2.0, speaking primarily to the agricultural aspects. Now bring agrarian folks who are now coming through and servicing and working the land. Now putting in their implements and then reaping what it is that they got out. Then the natural progression of that meant Society 3.0, which now speaks about industrialization. So now needing implements to work the land, but also the evolvement of those implements. And now evolving that into Society 5.0, which is known as the information age. Now this is where the fourth industrial revolution agenda sits in. This is where society and information technology and evolution comes in. Now Society 5.0 is looking at just that, prioritizing human needs above all else. And how we got to Society 5.0 very quickly was as a result of having to balance the lives and the livelihoods during this global pandemic. Firstly, ministries and agencies are going to change. And what this means is that we're noting that there's a lot of political leadership on the continent that is aging. We also understood and we're seeing a very drastic change in legal systems. And what these legal systems are doing is that it's creating an enabling environment for your business to operate in as well. What we're also seeing is a fundamental change in technologies and how technologies are enabling current processes in endeavors such as the smart cities agenda, looking at the different types of economies and emergent economies that allow young people to participate in. Another society or another aspect that will be challenged is that of human resources. Now this speaks on the jobs of the future, and things like the gig economy now sit in this basket. So this means that, in terms of the traditional schooling system really being challenged and how industry or new industries can absorb those new skills of the future. There are four aspects as well that really look at creating innovation. And a careful combination and the careful alchemy of these four things will ensure that you are adept, will ensure that you are prepared, and will ensure that you will have the ability to participate in the future. And what this means is having an innate ability to identify human needs. So understanding that people have these fundamental products and services that need to fulfill their lives, and being able to identify their challenges and to solve them using those problems, those products and solutions. What you also need to understand is the viability, right? So understanding that you are limited to resources that you have. Now, the entrepreneur in this instance identifies their own resources and matches those to the desires of the person. What we also realize is that there's also limitations, and those limitations present themselves in feasibility. So not only is it viable, but is it feasible? Do you have the technology? Do you have the skills necessary to develop that particular product and your offering? And lastly, this is where Society 5.0 sits in. And this paints a very strong broad stroke of prioritizing societal and environmental issues. And this is Society 5.0.